conference. We also thank viewers of the live stream. I am Megumi Sato. I'll be your MC today. The Nissan's booth at Tokyo Auto Salon 2026 features a diverse lineup, including exhibition vehicles from NISMO, Nissan's high-performance brand born out of the Nissan's motorsports activities, and Autotech, Nissan's own carrozzeria custom car brand with high value-added design and functionality. It also features special vehicles restored through collaboration with the Nissan Automobile Technical College. We are confident that visitors will be able to fully experience advancement of Nissan's technology in the world of the state-of-the-art customization. To begin the program, Yutaka Sanada, President and CEO of Nissan Motorsports and Customizing, will say a few words. Mr. Sanada, over to you.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am Sanada of Nissan Motorsports and Customizing. Thank you so much for coming to Nissan Motor Corporation press conference despite your busy schedule. And I also would like to thank the streaming viewers for your attention. Let me first of all introduce myself. I joined Nissan Motor Corporation in 1991 and have been engaged in many departments, including production, planning, and sales. I was directly engaged in the planning and development of R32 GTR and NISMO road cars. To give you a history of my personal car ownership, after joining Nissan, without much thinking, I purchased R32 GTR, and thereafter I went from one sport model to another, including Z33. But after getting married, I chose Noto Ora NISMO for daily use with wife, daughter, and dog. But when I was appointed head of NISMO, I successfully persuaded my wife and obtained Z33 version NISMO 380RS. Many of you may know that this 380RS NISMO is a monster vehicle with race engine installed, and it is an iconic model, which is a debuting joint creation by NISMO and Autotech. NISMO and Autotech, respectively, were founded 40 years ago, and in 2022 were integrated into NMC. Both groups are group companies of Nissan Group, and yet were founded as elite teams to do what Nissan, the parent company, cannot do. Nissan Motor currently is concentrating on the completion of the recovery plan Re-Nissan. And it is important to create heartbeat models that capture the minds of our customers, and that is exactly where we have a role to play at NMC. How can we offer more emotional, more exciting, and attractive vehicles to customers more speedily? Day in, day out, NMC is engaged in discussion on this theme, and we are proud to be unveiling the first concept model at this auto salon. There is one philosophy of Nissan which remains unchanged since the founding of the company. That is to forge the power of our people, polish our technology, and deliver the best possible vehicle by learning at the gemba of motorsports under harsh conditions. The passion to pursue victory has delivered innovation, enabling us to provide the ultimate excitement, and Nissan NISMO have been and will continue to live up to the challenge in order to deliver the ultimate excitement to our fans and customers. Please take a look at the new concept model.
創業以来の揺るぎない信念。極限の現場が人を鍛え、過酷な戦いが技術を磨き、勝利を求める情熱が革新を生む。常識を覆し、限界を超え続ける。その先にある究極のエキサイトメントを届けるために、挑戦は止まらない。受け継がれる DNA、 磨かれ続ける技術、妥協なきものづくりへの情熱が車の性能を極限まで高める。そして今、新たな挑戦へ。究極のエキサイトメントを追い求め、挑み続ける。変わらない信念とともに。
How do you like it? This is the Aura NISMO RS concept. The lean appearance derived from motorsports is embedded with underlying technology proven in Nissan's consumer models that delivers high performance. I will leave it up to the engineer and designer to explain the technical details and background of development later, but based on the philosophy of Nissan since the founding of the company to improve our people, technology, and vehicles through motorsports, which I referred to previously, we will participate in races with this model and also consider developing a version that customers can purchase. Nissan NISMO will continue to strive to offer ultimate excitement with the passion we have championed since the founding of the company to deliver the ultimate excitement. So stay tuned. This is only the first version. Thank you for your kind attention.
Mr. Sanada, thank you very much. Now, we will now move on to a talk session with the engineering and design managers involved in the Aura NISMO RS concept, which was just unveiled, to introduce how this concept came about and behind-the-scenes story relating to the development. Let's welcome General Manager of Customizing Design Department at Nissan Motorsports and Customizing, Mr. Mitsunori Morita. Also from NMC, Senior Manager of Motorsports Powertrain Engineering Department, Mr. Takeji Katakura. Please come up to the stage, Mr. Morita and Mr. Katakura. Now, please give them a big round of applause. Thank you for joining us. Now, Mr. Morita, Mr. Katakura, could you briefly introduce yourselves? Morita-san first.
Good morning, and thank you and welcome. My name is Morita. To date, I've been involved in the design of GTR, Fairlady Z, Skyline, Aura, Aria, Patrol, X-Trail, all NISMO road cars. But since last fiscal year, at the Customized Design Department of NMC, in addition to NISMO, I've become in charge of the design of Arctic, Rock Creek, and Infinity and other models for overseas markets for all customized cars. And this time the idea was proposed by Katakura-san to come up with Aura NISMO RS concept, and I'm happy to be the designer.
Thank you, Mr. Katakura. Please. Good morning, everybody. At NISMO, I am responsible for developing electric powertrains for motorsports. And while doing advanced engineering for the electrification of race cars, I was involved in the development and planning of the Aura NISMO RCF concept, which we are introducing today. Please be seated and let's talk about this concept car, which was just unveiled. Let's give us more details. First of all, Mr. Katakura, this time, you came up with this idea of developing this car on the ground. I understand that was how this project was initiated. What was the initial motivation behind the launch of this project? Well, I have been involved in the electrification of race car. For example, in the case of GT500, it is a purely ultimate race car. Not like this. I would like to use a production car assets and to directly connect between race development and production development. So this is a kind of experimental verification vehicle. That was the beginning of this idea. Now, going forward, you would like to launch this as a complete car in the mass market, right? Yes, that's right. As Mr. Sanada mentioned earlier, this kind of car that we are involved in, we would like to promote this to wider audience. This is a very big dream for us, and this is an idea and plan for us. Now, Mr. Morita, now from the racing team people, this design idea came about, and you are now supporting the idea. You joined this project without hesitation?
When I first heard about this idea from Katakura-san, we immediately became so excited at our design team. The road car Aura NISMO is a model we are very much proud of, and I personally own the car. And when we hear that there's an idea to come up with a high-performance version, there's no way we are not excited. And the idea under the plan was very clear. The team immediately opened our sketchbooks to come up with a design, and we were able to quite immediately clearly come up with an image. So it didn't take much time to finalize the design.
Now, once again, Mr. Morita, could you tell us more about the design features of this car? What is the characteristics?
Product concept of Aura NISMO road car is Agile Electric City Racer. So, literally, we wanted to embody that design, but in a more pure manner. As you can see on the screen, these are the design keywords. And we're not pursuing wild and aggressive powerfulness, but rather as an electrified NISMO, we are pursuing cool and silent dynamism. In order to embody characteristics required for high performance and form, we applied a logical and scientific design approach.
Thank you, Mr. Morita. The base model of this concept is the NISMO, and the NISMO fully incorporates motorsports technology. So as a Nissan road car, this has been very popular. Now this time, you make a further enhancement. So in the case of RS concept, you have been making upgrades. How did you do that?
You're right. We had to come up with a design for higher performance. What can designers do? That's to improve the aerodynamic performance. And from such perspective, NISMO had this iconic side air splitter at the front and rear, and the flash type grille that controls the drag, and seal form that makes the driver feel the tension of retained power. So these are characteristics of NISMO road cars. So the items on the template were all applied, and we tried to further extend and expand those characteristics as we developed the design. With longer and wider dimensions and compared to the road car Aura NISMO, we considered aerodynamic features and tried to minimize the enlargement of the frontal projected area. And we considered not just the mass center of gravity, but we also considered the visual center of gravity in order to improve the appearance.
So up to this point, Mr. Morita talked about design features. Now let's move on to Mr. Katakura about the engineering features. Mr. Katakura, from the development side, what would be the concept and goals you set up? What are those points? From the developer's perspective, by using a motorsports scene, we would like to develop a high-performance electric powertrains. And on our side, the technology development and also engineering training, these are the two aspects involved. And also, we would like to offer attractive vehicles like this. From that perspective, because of the current trend, we have to meet the demand of the times. We have to consider environmental friendly features, and also compact class hot hatch, very powerful car, or something we wanted to launch. Earlier, Mr. Morita told us that base model NISMO has been very sporty already. Now this time, RS concept with the performance improvement, what was the points you focused on very much? Well, we would like to bring this car to the racing field. For that purpose, we maximize the power-weight ratio to the maximum. And we are using production assets, therefore, there is a limit. However, this is a smaller, compact car. Even in the case of NISMO, we wanted to introduce the 1-2 notch above powertrain in this compact car. As a result, we were able to achieve 30% improvement of output. That is a spec. And this time, E-Force has been applied to this concept. Yes, thank you for mentioning that. E-Force, I was involved in, personally, development of E-Force at Nissan. In producing this car at NISMO this time, E-Force is something I wanted to introduce to advance this technology to new heights. Now, you are considering participating in races. What was the image? What is the image or plan you have for the future? Well, when we talk about racing, the hybrid-based race is quite rare now. So first thing we are thinking of is participating in the developers category of Super Taikyu series, and that core element technology of E-Force will be promoted on that occasion. Now, Mr. Morita, Mr. Katakura is saying that they want to participate in motor race. However, from the designer's perspective, perhaps commercialization is envisioned. It would be quite difficult to achieve the two goals like this. What is the feature?
Now, we didn't try to come up with a completely different car from Aura NISMO. Aura's concept was an addition of a high-performance version to the lineup. That was the image as we came up with the design. So we constantly drew in our minds the scene of the vehicle being driven in city streets. So we included in the horizon the sales of a vehicle in the market. So by respecting the design theme, we came up with the top of performance version of Aura NISMO. But the design has to be something that easily, intuitively communicates the design concept to the customers. When they see the car, they must immediately feel that a nice high-performance car is being driven. So we didn't pursue extreme wildness in the design. Rather, we tried to apply modern, smart, and aesthetic presence.
Thank you very much, Mr. Katakura. Those who are here and also those watching live stream, you said that you are considering participating in race in the future. Maybe audience is surprised. What is the expectation for the future? How would you like to see the evolvement? I hope that the people will support us with warm hearts, and this is a hybrid technology based, and suddenly this car will be achieving a good results in Super Taikyu immediately. That would be quite difficult. However, using those opportunities, the traditional elemental technology will be honed, and at the end of the day, we would like to bring this car to the top category in terms of technology. I hope that people will continue to support us. So I hope that the car will be running in circuit successfully, and that will lead to the better cars produced by Nissan as a whole. Now, up to this point, we have been listening to two gentlemen, but however, the time is almost up. So before we end, I would like to ask each of you to share a few words for everyone here the venue and for those watching that live stream. I am sure that audience will be able to find their passionate thoughts on Aura NISMO RS concept. Before we end, I would like to invite two gentlemen to say one final word. Now, Mr. Morita, Mr. Katakura, would you stand up? Mr. Morita, please.
The elite design team that has been involved in the NISMO road car design came up with this concept model using our passion as the driving force. I participate in this event annually, and as I communicate with customers, I will understand the image that customers have of NISMO, and the image we have of the desirable car are completely on the same page. So being confident that we are consistent in terms of the image of the car we want to create excitement together with our customers. Those of you who are viewing the streaming, please also come to this venue and take a look at the exhibit personally.
Thank you very much, Mr. Morita. Now, Mr. Katakura, please. Thank you. The members of the NISMO like us, we use racing competition fields to produce such a car. We have a big passion in producing such car, and this is a